And we start with the news update coming in. A Delhi court has framed charges against former AAP Councillor Tahir Hussain in the North-East Delhi riots case that took place, remember, in 2020. In the explosive observations, the court has revealed the clear objective was of the mob to harm Hindus. There was a clear prior-cut objective to harm Hindus in every manner possible, and Tahir Hussain's house was used as a base. In fact, it also revealed that stones, arms were all stored in Tahir Hussain's house, where the mob met to carry out these attacks as they were pre-planned. Priyank is joining us with more details. Priyank, these are observations that have been made which clearly exposes the plot that in fact was pre-planned, that was carried out back in 2020. And remember, some in the ecosystem continue to shield Tahir Hussain till date. So questions being asked to all of them today.
Yeah, Sati, and it's a very big development which has happened in the case where the court has finally accepted the charge sheet pointers during the framing of charges that yes, it was Tahir Hussain who had planned and conspired with other accused. Because over the period of last 1.5 years, 2 years to be very precise, the Delhi police have pointed out that Tahir Hussain was the one who had assembled the mob. There were, multiple monologue cocktails which were made inside the house of Tahir Hussain, and stones and everything and rods were also assembled so that they can have a mass attack. Later to that, the entry of in the parking area of various parking areas which are made in this area of Chandbagh, and then trying to set afire all these vehicles, which has caused the damage to not only the property but that has also resulted into loss of life of several individuals, has also been pointed out in this observation which has been made by the Honorable Court. So it's a big question for those parties who have been shielding Tahir Hussain, because we know that initially the Aam Aadmi Party was in the shielding mode of Tahir Hussain, but over the period of time when all these pointers and video evidence came into picture, and those monologue cocktail as well as the acid bottle which were found inside the house of Tahir Hussain was also showed by the media, they gradually started distancing themselves. But there was no proper criticism which was made by the party to come out against their own councillor Tahir Hussain, who was behaving like a goon of this area. So certainly at this stage, when the framing of charges
and so much hesitance all throughout, but here's what the order copy states, that the accused indulged in targeting Hindus, and their such acts were apparently prejudicial to the existing harmony between Hindus and Muslims. Stay on with us, Priyank. The BJP has escalated its attack on the Aam Aadmi Party with this development coming in. The BJP questioning Arvind Kejriwal's silence, asking why is it that they still continue to shield Tahir Hussain. Listen in.
Is Kejriwal's Parshad. This is Kejriwal's true face. And today, Mr. Kejriwal and the Aam Aadmi Party must tell us that why were they defending somebody who was responsible for this mass riots against the Hindu community. Also, there was an entire lobby that tried to give an Islamophobia spin to what had happened in Delhi. They blamed the entire riots on so-called Hindutva mobs. We remember the narrative that was created against one community just to go and do vote bank politics. Today, those people, will they apologize? Will they now accept that Tahir Hussain was not some innocent person that they were trying to defend in name of vote bank, but in fact he was the mastermind of these riots? Or will they continue to defend these rioters?
Let me go across to Manjinder Singh Sirsa of the BJP joining us on the phone line. Sirsa साहब, क्या कहेंगे, क्योंकि एक अटेम्प्ट किया गया था ताहिर हुसैन को शील्ड करने का, जस्टिफाई करने का कि उनकी कोई इन्वॉल्वमेंट नहीं है, कोर्ट ने चार्जेस फ्रेम किए और कहा है क्लियर इंटेंशन था हिंदूज को हार्म करने का, हिंदूज को हर्ट करने का।
देखिए, ये कोई नई चीज नहीं है। अरविंद केजरीवाल वो आदमी है, आम आदमी पार्टी वो है जो सत्येंद्र जैन को भारत रत्न देने की बात करते हैं, ताहिर हुसैन को इनोसेंट और एक विक्टिम बताते हैं। और अब आपके सामने कोर्ट बता रही है कि कोई छोटी बात नहीं है कि दिल्ली की राजधानी के अंदर आप बेगुनाह लोगों को मरवाने की साजिशें रचो, एक धर्म के लोगों के ऊपर हमला करने के लिए लोगों को उकसाओ, हथियार इकट्ठे करो और ऐसी योजनाबद्ध तरीके से वहां लोगों को मारा जाए, और फिर भी आम आदमी पार्टी एक धर्म की राजनीति करने के लिए, तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति करने के लिए आप फिर भी जाकर उनके साथ खड़े हों और ये कहें कि नहीं ये इनोसेंट हैं। अब ताहिर हुसैन इनोसेंट है, ये अरविंद केजरीवाल ने बोला, ये आम आदमी पार्टी के एमएलए बोल रहे हैं, ये सत्येंद्र जैन को भारत रत्न देने की बात अरविंद केजरीवाल बोल रहे हैं। तो आप समझ सकते हैं कि अरविंद केजरीवाल एक क्रिमिनल लोगों का एक आतंकियों का साथ दे रहे हैं जो इस देश को तोड़ना चाहते हैं अपनी वोट की राजनीति के लिए, तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति के लिए। अब तो स्पष्ट है, अब तो कोर्ट ने भी कह दिया। तो क्या अरविंद केजरीवाल आज देश से माफी मांगेंगे, उन हिंदू परिवारों से माफी मांगेंगे जिनका कत्लेआम हुआ इस रॉयट्स के दौरान? क्या उस आईबी के अफसर से माफी मांगेंगे, उसके परिवार से जिसका कत्ल हुआ? और इन लोगों ने किसने किया? ताहिर हुसैन जैसे लोगों ने, और प्री प्लान्ड एक कॉन्स्पिरेसी के तहत किया, ये कोर्ट मान रही है।
जी, उनका जो टेरस है वो टेरर फैक्ट्री की तरह देखा जा रहा है, स्पेशली एवर सिंस द कोर्ट हैज इन फैक्ट पॉइंटेड आउट टुवर्ड्स ऑल ऑफ दीज डिटेल्स ऑफ व्हाट हैव बीन मेंशन्ड इन द चार्जशीट, हाउ एन अटेम्प्ट, a pre-planned attempt was also made by the very same mob to target the policemen who were trying to bring the situation under control. Thank you, Sirsa Saab, for speaking to us here on Times Now. Also thanking Priyank for joining us with all those details.